A great piece of news for Toronto Maple Leafs fans. Max Pacioretty is back. The 35-year-old veteran forward will return to the lineup on Monday when the team faces off against the Tampa Bay Lightning at Scotiabank Arena. This will be his first appearance after missing the last 2 games. An unusual experience for Pacioretty, who has never faced this situation before in the NHL. But why is now the right time for his return? Maple Leafs head coach Craig Berube explained his decision clearly. The team was playing well, but our last game didn't go as planned. It's time to make some changes, he said. We've got a string of games ahead, so it's an opportunity to bring in new players while keeping those who are performing fresh, who will sit out to make room for Pacioretty. Ryan Reaves will be the one to join Pacioretty in the stands. The team's exact lines haven't been set yet, as they didn't practice formations during the morning skate. However, it was clear that Pacioretty was being reintegrated, participating in plays with the second power play unit. When discussing his time off the ice, Pacioretty didn't hide his frustration. "I'm dealing with it the best I can. It's just constant work," he commented. "I'd rather be playing, of course. Everyone would prefer to. Being out is always tough." The Maple Leafs are coming off a 4-1 loss to the New York Rangers, leaving their record at 3-0 this season. The game against the Lightning will be only the second divisional matchup for the team. In the first, Toronto narrowly lost 1-0 to the Montreal Canadiens in the season opener. This is a great chance for them to solidify their position in the division and prove their worth. In goal, Anthony Stolarz will make his 5th consecutive start, and there's anticipation. How will he perform under pressure again and help the team secure valuable points? Speaking of the Lightning, they come in with a solid 3-1-0 record, and fans should keep an eye on Nikita Kucherov, who leads the NHL in goals with an impressive 7 so far. You can catch the game live on TV or available streaming platforms. Don't miss the chance to see Pacioretty in action and see how he impacts the team's performance. And what do you think about Pacioretty's return? How might this addition change the game for the Maple Leafs against their rival Lightning? What are your expectations for the rest of the season? The Toronto Maple Leafs are at a crucial moment in their pursuit of the coveted Stanley Cup, and rumors about a possible trade are stirring up social media and fans' emotions. Recently, a bold proposal was floated, suggesting the team would trade their captain, John Tavares, for Edmonton Oilers defenseman Darnell Nurse. Can you imagine what this change would look like? According to reports from Puckpedia, which allows fans to create their own trades, the proposal would involve Tavares, one of the team's biggest icons, being sent to Edmonton in exchange for Nurse, who has an 8-year contract worth an impressive $74 million. The idea is tempting. Toronto would get a talented defenseman who could be crucial for the team, especially in power play situations, where he could add an offensive touch. What do you think? Is Nurse the missing piece for the Leafs? Last season, Darnell Nurse played 81 games, scoring 10 goals and adding 22 assists for a total of 32 points. While his performance didn't exactly match the expectations of his large contract, many believe a new environment could revive him. Meanwhile, Tavares is in the final year of his $77 million contract, and despite being an exceptional player with 65 points last season, 29 goals and 36 assists, his future in Toronto is uncertain, especially after stepping down as captain. Is it time for the Leafs to move on? Moreover, discussions about a potential contract extension for Tavares have begun, but no concrete decision has been made. Pierre LeBrun, an insider for TSN, reported that the team and the player are in talks but still far from an agreement. He highlighted that while there is mutual interest, there's no rush to finalize it. We can imagine the anxiety of the fans, right? How would you feel if Tavares left the Leafs? While the Maple Leafs weigh their options, the Oilers haven't had an ideal start to the season, with a disappointing 2-4 record. Defenseman Evan Bouchard expressed frustration with the team's performance, but also reminded fans that there's room for improvement. It's a reminder that while the season is long, every game counts. Do you think the Oilers will be able to turn things around and make a playoff push? The situation is complex and full of emotions for both players and fans. The potential trade could not only shift the dynamics of the teams, but also impact how fans see their idols. What are your thoughts on this possible move? Speaking of Max Pacioretty's return, it's impossible not to feel the adrenaline building, right? This game against the Tampa Bay Lightning promises to be full of excitement, and his presence on the ice could make all the difference. I'm really curious to know what you think about it. How do you believe Pacioretty's comeback will change the game? The interaction of all of us fans is what makes this so special. So if you're enjoying our content, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. That way, you'll stay up to date with everything happening with the Maple Leafs. Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and let's cheer for a strong performance from our team. I'm excited to hear your ideas.